The future masterpieces of contemporary Cuban painting are created here. Whether they are justifiably rather unknown is something that others need to decide. I wonder why such a small and remote psychiatric hospital needs a doorman, especially since there is no parking available here. Good afternoon. I'm looking for the sanatorium under the palms. Am I in the right place?
Good afternoon to you, too. Yes, as far as the name is concerned, you're in the right place.
As far as the name is concerned?
Well, it's the same with institutions as it is with political parties. The name isn't always the main concern.
How come? There are a bunch of palm trees here, aren't there?
Sure, there are palm trees here. But let's leave it at that. I've already said too much. How can I help you?
Oh, come on. What's going on here? What isn't right?
Nothing. I mean everything. Oh, it doesn't matter. What do you want?
That's a shame. I'm looking for a man named Manuel Perez. He's supposedly a patient here.
Ah, yes, could be. I don't know the patients. Go to reception on the left side. I'm sure someone can help you there. And if I can offer you a word of advice, be careful.
What? Why?
Just because. You look like you could use the warning, but be that as it may, I have to go back to my painting. Good luck.
You paint during your shift?
Yeah, sure. If there's nothing to do, I paint a couple of pictures. Some of them are then hung up in the clinic.
Is there really that little to do?
What do you think? We don't exactly have concerts or events where thousands of people line up the night before. I've been working here for 2 years, and you are, if I haven't miscounted, you are the third visitor.
Oh. What do you usually paint?
Everything, really. Although, if I have to be honest, everything isn't necessarily a lot. At some point, you just run out of ideas when you can only paint from one position. So far, I've painted lots of palm trees, blades of grass, and even butterflies in various positions. I'm starting to get sick of it. I paint extra slow, you know. I used to paint a picture in 30 minutes. Now I take 30 hours, just to postpone the problem of choosing the next subject for the picture.
Well, then I wish you... What should I wish for?
Wish that we have a thunderstorm. Maybe some of the palm trees will fall down, and then I would have something new to paint.
Okay. Then I wish you have a thunderstorm.
Thanks. And if you happen to run across a great idea, then please let me know.
A little while ago, you said that something wasn't right with this institution.
Me? No, I never said that.
But...
The weather is beautiful today, isn't it?
Yes, it's gorgeous. I understand. I'll leave you alone with your muse now.
Thanks. I'm still waiting for the kiss.
From me or from the muse?
Both.
There is a whole assortment of specialist journals from the Faculty of Definitive Relativity. I'll just take one of them with me. The selection is done according to the proven method of random chance. A magazine with the promising title, let's just say, a rhetoric magazine. To a slideshow called Traditional Cigar Manufacturing Methods. Good afternoon.
Hello?
I'm looking for a man named Perez, Manuel Perez. He's supposed to be a patient here. May I speak with him?
Perez? Yeah, he's here. And who are you?
I am Nina Castro. I think it would be better if I did not tell the whole world my name, as long as I don't know who's behind my father's kidnapping, it's better to be too careful than not enough.
Sorry, you can't come in here without a special permit.
But it's really important.
Important? It's really important for me to keep my job and my health. And naturally my incomparable good looks. That's what's really important.
I'm not asking you to release him. I just want to talk to him for a second.
Listen up, darling. Now that Mr. Gartuso has the say, and Nicole Charleroi was put in charge, we all have to really watch ourselves.
Massimo Gartuso? The American billionaire with a gigantic mobile phone company?
That's the one. And in Cuba, the saying goes, whoever pays decides what's for dinner. Is there anything else I can do for you?
The music sure is loud.
Yeah, great, isn't it? I just got the disc and I've been listening to it non-stop for the last 3 days. It really keeps me going. It even makes it fun to clean. Actually, I wanted to be a dancer, but the market in this region is pretty saturated. So I had to invent a new discipline, rhythmic cleaning. I clean to the exact beat of the music. It also helps fight fatigue. I came up with it a few weeks ago and have been perfecting my technique ever since. We'll see. Maybe if politics doesn't pan out, I can maybe offer a few courses for housewives. I think the demand for it is probably pretty high.
Yeah, I bet it is. Massimo Gartuso has bought himself a mental asylum in a sleepy town in Cuba. Don't you find that a bit strange?
I have my own theories, but I'd rather keep them to myself.
Come on, it could be really important.
Nothing is so important that a person could end up like...
Yes?
Nothing. Don't you think rhythmic cleaning would be a great business concept?
There are so many weird things happening here that I don't know where I should start being astonished. I have the feeling that it has to do with something real big. Unfortunately, my feelings do not tell me what that is. Are you afraid of your boss?
Me? Why should I?
I just had the impression.
It's misleading. It's definitely misleading.
She does want to talk. All I have to do is tickle her a little bit. The boss isn't even here, so you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, that's also what Pedro thought, but then...
And then?
Nothing. Leave me alone.
This Nicole Charleroi is pressuring the workers to such a degree that they are almost shitting their pants from fear. I hope I won't have to clash with her on top of everything else. You said something about if politics doesn't pan out, you're a politician?
Not yet, and I stress the word yet. There is an election in 2 weeks that I want to run.
As a politician?
Yeah, sure. Anything against it?
No, of course not. So you think you have a good chance?
Yes, I think so. I am staggeringly gorgeous, and I have already, let's just say, convinced 20% of the voters.
Oh.
But I don't want to be just one of many. I want to be the next female mayor. Unfortunately, I'll still need some more votes for that, but I'll get them. If only I knew how to get them.
Oh, you want to jump straight to being the mayor. How modest. What's your election platform?
Platform? No one reads it anyway. The only problem is that I just have 2 weeks and I'm still behind 120 men.
Yeah, that's cutting it close. Maybe you should try getting a platform after all.
Oh, it's much too expensive and no one is interested anyway. I just have to be able to convince more people all at once of my qualifications is all.
You mean...
Yeah, well, do you have a better idea?
I'll think about it. If I think of something, I'll let you know. Then I'll leave you to your hip swinging.
Only the staff is allowed in here.
Our Latin beauty probably would not be particularly happy if I simply turn her music off. The latest record by Toptic is on there. What a cool tune. The gatekeeper appears to use this room as an interim storage room for his paintings. They must have 4 to 5 diopters. The owner must be as blind as a bat. He is so... In order to get to there, I would have to go through the House of Cards, and then there would be a slaughter here. Nice. This was probably a lot of work. I think it's better not to take them. As long as he's busy, he won't get any funny ideas, such as biting an ear off poor little Nina. Hello. That's a nice house of cards you're building there.
Yeah. Now be quiet or the thing will fall again.
You look pretty determined. Are you getting money for this house of cards?
Money? No, not money. Glory. I'll be like my ancestors and go down in history.
As a house of cards builder?
Yes. Shay started the same way.
Che Guevara?
No. Chevrolet.
Okay, I understand. I'm going.
Okay. I have to hurry any...
Earthquake?
Yeah, every afternoon. Just before I finish the tallest house of cards in the world, an earthquake comes and ruins everything again. But this time, I'll make it.
Nicole Charleroi. She's the director of the institute here, right?
Is she here?
No, I don't think so.
Whew. Don't scare me like that again.
Are you afraid of her?
Me? No. On the other hand, she also never had anything to do with psychopathic science.
What do you mean?
Oh.
Can I borrow the copier for a second?
Sure. Bring down my house of cards, steal my glory, my pride, my last bit of self-respect. The spark of hope in my dreary routine, the little bit...
Yeah, okay. I'll just wait until you're finished. This institution gives a somewhat, well, strange impression. Was it always like that? Could you tell me a bit about it? Maybe you've noted something in particular.
Sure I can, but I won't. Otherwise I'll end up like... Oh, it doesn't matter.
No, it does matter. Otherwise you'll end up like who?
Just like people who ask too many questions.
Watch out that your house of cards doesn't...
Yeah, make sure you...
The construction worker probably would be less than enthused if I take his toy away. So many loudspeakers for such a small inner courtyard? It's full of dirty laundry. The writing says, "Caution. The management of this institution received reports that in recent times strange figures in black robes were seen in the vicinity of the institution. Anyone who has seen something conspicuous or unusual is to report this immediately to the director of the institute, Dr. Charleroi. Figures in black robes. They really appear to follow me everywhere. I have to finally find out who they are and what they really want." Laundry service. Next pickup Tuesday, 2:30 p.m. He's just taking a break, completely atypical of a construction worker. No door handle, no keyhole. As soon as the door has closed, it cannot be opened from outside. small brass weights. A relatively small kitchen. It's obvious this hospital does not have all that many patients. Either that, or they are all on a diet. A long pointed meat fork. The food appears to have been tasty. The flies at least like it. Sausage tong. A bunch of fresh herbs and spices.
Morangi must live here somewhere nearby, if he's still alive. Hopefully the locals can help me. My cell phone with all the bells and whistles. You can even make phone calls with it. I would really like to know how Nina is doing. A tin advertising sign for an island sightseeing tour by boat. Definitely not by that weather, though. The daily menu is hanging there. There's nothing on it. Either the cook is sick or they're fasting at the moment. That is solidly anchored into the ground. The motorcycle I rented at the airport. No idea what coat of arms that is. Oh, full house? Maybe I should have made a reservation. Nice and toasty. I could stand in front of it and dry my wet things. On the other hand, I probably have to leave right away anyway, so I might as well not bother. I think I'll take that with me. It has obviously already fulfilled its function with the nice gentleman here. Can I borrow the key for a second?
No.
Aw, come on, just for 5 minutes.
No!
I obviously won't get very far with rhetoric here. I guess my only choice is action. He looks really plastered. Hello? Are you alright? He doesn't appear to be overly communicative. Maybe I'll just let him sleep it off for now. The barkeeper's best friend. I don't want to deprive the barkeep. Hello. Nice weather we're having today, isn't it?
What? It's raining cats and dogs.
It was supposed to be a joke.
Yeah, real funny.
Well, this should be fun. I'm looking for a man named Morangi.
Good for you.
What I meant to say was, can you tell me where I can find him?
If you mean old Ken Morangi, he lives on this island.
Island? How can I get there?
Ask Folly. He's probably down by the water fishing.
Do guests frequently fall asleep in the bar?
Sure, but Klaus is particularly difficult, because once he's asleep, it's hard to wake him up again.
Is there a trick to it?
Sure, if you stick something to eat in front of his nose.
Then he'll wake up?
If he likes it, then chances are he will.
What is he like?
He used to be a sailor. He doesn't eat anything but fish. But actually, I'm always happy when he falls asleep. Because then I don't have to sit with him and listen to the same sailor stories again and again.
I would like a fish.
Me too.
Am I correct to assume that you are trying to tell me in your charming way that you don't have any?
Yep.
Not a lot going on here.
It's okay.
Do you always have so few guests?
Some of my regulars are dead, and the walk-in customers aren't here yet.
Walk-in customers?
Truck drivers who are driving their goods to the markets in the neighboring villages. Every once in a while, they stop, have 3 to 12 whiskeys, and then continue their journey.
3 to 12 whiskeys?
Yeah, that's what I said.
And how often do they come by?
Every day they bring fruit and vegetables. I really don't understand who needs that stuff when you can have liquid vegetables.
Thanks for the friendly chat.
My pleasure.
If I swap the cups, he'll miss his whiskey. I really would prefer to spare him, and above all me, the whining that would cause. Nobody'll miss it. A stone. Exceptional characteristics? None. Ah, nice collection. But they aren't all from today. Doesn't really look very seaworthy. On the other hand, a famous pirate by the name of Pinzel or something like that sailed the entire Caribbean in a boat like this. Water from above, water from below. They are most definitely not going to die of thirst. That must be today's catch. You can't eat that many fish by yourself, can you?
Are you worried about my health, or do you just want to scrounge up a fish?
Well, to tell the truth.
Go ahead and take one. I'm sure I'll catch a couple more.
Oh, thank you very much. Hello there. Why are you fishing in this weather?
You don't have the first clue about fishing, do you?
No, not really. Why?
Because the fish bite the best in weather like this. You can see my bucket. That's my catch in just the last 3 hours.
Even if I was able to catch 30 roast doves and wild pigs with apples in their mouths within 3 hours, I would never voluntarily sit outside in weather like this. I'm looking for a man named Morangi. Can you help me?
Sure. Old Ken lives over there, on his island.
Oh, great. Thanks a lot. How can I get there? Is there a ferry? Or a bridge?
Nah, there aren't any bridges. And no ship is going to go out in this weather.
Is that your boat over there?
Yes.
Can I borrow it for a second?
I really don't need it at the moment. But perhaps you could do me a favor in return.
Sure. What?
My buddy Stefan visited me this morning and now I'm all out of whiskey again.
Now I should get some for you? Why don't you just get some from the bar around the corner?
Why don't you just swim to the island?
Touché. So it's a trade-off. The whiskey for the boat?
Yeah, that sounds fair.
That door in the cliff, do you know what's behind it?
The cellar of old Stevie's pub.
Is there any way to get in there?
You have any idea how often I've tried that already? The cellar contains at least a year's supply of whiskey. But O'Brien, the old skinflint, keeps it under lock and key. He always says a barkeeper shouldn't give away his goods. We used to barter fish for whiskey. But one time a red herring got accidentally mixed in with the delivery. He's been pissed and ran something about industrial fish ever since. But the damage was minimal.
In that case, tight lines.
Thanks.
There's a padlock on the door. I have a delicious fish here.
And I thought that you hadn't bathed in 3 days.
I'm about ready to slap him silly with the fish. To simply throw the fish into the fireplace like that neither makes sense, nor would I make the barkeeper very happy. Even if he is a really huge fan of fish and already quite drunk, I still don't think he'd want to eat it raw. No idea what coat of arms that is. A simple tin cup. That is solidly anchored into the ground. The top one is a sign denoting a speed limit of 30. The lower one warns of road damage. Nice collection. I hope they aren't all from today.
The construct. Rat-a-too, rat-a-tee. Gone, gone is the balcony. The logs are pretty busted up. Whoever split the logs obviously valued power more than precision. A soup ladle. Actually, I don't need any onions. I managed to get most men to start crying even without them. small brass weights. The future masterpieces of contemporary Cuban They must have 4 to 5 diopters. The owner must be as blind as a bat and be bumping in. How's
I'm gonna make.
a magazine with the promising title, let's just say, Hello,
Something that all women do.
Nurse Sabrina.
If I would tell you, you would say I was sexist.
Yes, her assets are apparently.
Otherwise, I unfortunately don't know her very well. Women of her caliber don't mess around with average-looking.
You just have to convince her of your qualities.
And those would be?
Well,
Yeah, thanks for the...
the woman in charge. What is she really like?
Miss Charleroi? No idea. I don't have any contact with her. She greets me when she arrives in the morning. I usually don't see her at night because she often stays in the institute until really late.
Any peculiarities?
Like I said, I almost never see her.
Could you perhaps paint a portrait of Nurse Sabrina?
Yeah, I guess so. Just a second. I've run out of black. I can't paint without black.
Okay, I'll take care of it. How long do you need?
Probably half a day.
You have 30 minutes.
There's no way. I need at least 3 hours.
Agreed. You have 1 hour.
It's no wonder that contemporary painters have never been able to equal the masters, if the artists are constantly rushed like this. Oh, one more thing. I can barely see Nurse Sabrina from here. She moves so gracefully, but she is also unbelievably fast. If she were to slow down a bit for a while...
I'm going to see if I can at least temporarily control the woman's hyperactivity somewhat. Then you could start painting the portrait?
Like I said, I can only paint Nurse Sabrina if I have black paint and a subject that isn't constantly jumping around.
I'll leave you
Thanks.
from me.
Both.
This thing has all the bells and... Max knows what he has to do, and he won't really...
Hello, would you like to join my party? Or sign? Okay, just.
A list with the heading, "Please enter borrowed stuffed animals. Only one stuffed animal per person." The gatekeeper appears to use this room as an interim storage room for his painting. Our Latin beauty probably would not be The record turns more slowly due to the weight. Still, sounds pretty good. Cute, droll. No door handle, no keyhole. As soon as the door has closed, it cannot be opened from outside. A relatively small kitchen. The food appears to have been a braided onion rope, a bunch of fresh herbs and spices, rat-a-too, rat-a. The construction worker probably would be less than enthused if... Hello?
Me? No, heaven forbid. I'm here to repave the courtyard with asphalt. But to do that, I have to remove the old asphalt first. It's terribly hard work in this heat.
I can imagine. By the way,
Pleased to meet you. I'm Bernard.
why is the courtyard being repaved? It still looks good. I've seen streets at home that look much worse.
No idea. You're right, though. It really isn't worthwhile for just a couple of patients. Whatever. I don't really care.
Who hired you?
Some Italian-American, Massimo Gattuso or something like that.
Massimo Gartuzzo?
Yes. He wants the courtyard to be finished in 3 days. It's completely unrealistic.
But you don't know why this courtyard is supposed to be repaved?
No.
Strange. How come someone like Massimo Gartuzzo has the rear yard of a nut house in a Cuban hick town surfaced with asphalt? You have a bit of a stutter. Am I correct to assume that it's caused by a childhood trauma? Or did your first girlfriend disappoint you? What tragic story is behind...
Have you ever worked 10 hours with a jackhammer and then tried to speak halfway normal?
Oh, no, not that I know of.
I thought so. Otherwise, you wouldn't ask a question like that.
Regarding your break...
Are you gonna deny me my break?
Oh, no, of course not.
Good. It's short enough as it is. The old lady will start smoking again soon, and then my work starts again.
What do you mean?
The cook. As soon as I see black coming out of the chimney back there again, I have to go back to work.
Smoke as a signal to get back to work? That somehow seems familiar to me. Don't you have a watch?
Nah, I don't need one. The old lady is accurate down to the last second.
Did you notice anything unusual about the Institute?
What do you mean by unusual? A couple of mentally challenged and a couple of doctors in a narrow room? At some point, it's difficult to differentiate between doctors and patients.
I feel the same way about dog owners. But did you notice anything unusual?
Apart from the fact that one of them is always screaming, screeching, or makes strange noises, truth be told, the Institute scares me a little.
Can you describe it a little more?
I don't know exactly. I just don't like it here. As soon as it gets dark, I make sure that I leave. And there isn't enough money in the world to get me to go in there.
Someone like him admitting just like that he is afraid without having a real reason for it? I should be cautious if I want to continue looking around here. Do you know a man named Manuel Perez?
Who's that?
One of the people inside.
A patient?
Yes.
No idea. I haven't had any contact with them. It's prohibited by the management.
Does the name Nicole Charleroi mean anything to you?
Not really.
She's supposed to be the boss here. You must know her.
Oh, her. Oh, God. Keep her away from me.
That bad?
Worse. She seems nice at first, but she's something between a Valkyrie and a battle axe.
Charming.
You asked me. Am I supposed to lie to you?
No. Have you gotten to know her?
Believe me, it only takes a few seconds, and that's it.
Well, then enjoy the rest of your break.
I will.
The construction worker probably would be less... I'll pile the pieces of wood like I would have learned in the Girl Scouts, had I joined them. I could intensify the rays of the sun with the glasses, but I don't think that it is enough to cause a forest fire. I knew that these kinds of pseudo-magazines could help in many situations. It is really astonishing how the old tricks continue to work again and again. Hard at work, I see.
Well, anyone...
You're entitled. Isn't your break done?
No, why?
I thought as soon as smoke comes out of the chimney...
If it's white smoke, that means the cook's still cooking. If it's black smoke, that the food is finished.
Oh. Well, then...
I will.
The food appears to have... The fire is burning cheerfully. I can't even walk across hot coals, let alone reach into burning fires. I think I will have to pull the coals out of the fire. A bit of burned wood from the fireplace, and it's still hot. I didn't find any black paint. Do you think a piece of coal will work too?
Yes. Coal should work too.
Do you have everything you need for the portrait now?
Yes, I think so. She's a little hard to see from here, but I'll try. It looks great, considering it was painted in 60 minutes. I think I've outdone myself again. Don't you think?
Yes, it's really nice. And her best features are emphasized perfectly. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome. I'll put the masterpiece in a bag for you so it doesn't get dirty.
I'll leave you alone with your muse.
Thanks.
From
Both.
the portrait of Nurse Sabrina wrapped up in plastic. Look at this. What do you think?
Oh, that's pretty. And the woman is a knockout. Oh, that's me. Oh, I always knew I was pretty, but so stunning.
Yeah, and so modest. I thought you could use it as a campaign poster.
Yeah, great idea. But one isn't enough, is it?
Women, give them a hand and they'll rip off the whole arm. If I help you out with a few more pictures, you have to help me too, okay?
Yeah, okay. And I also promise no new taxes.
Exactly. And no one wants to build a wall. I can already see you could make a really good politician. I'll see if I can come up with a few more campaign posters. Then I'll leave you to your hip swing again. The artist has made it very clear where he considered Sabrina's true and eternal beauty to be. A run-of-the-mill plastic bag. The earthquake has begun. Nina, sometimes you are really bad. The poor guy will surely need them for his next attempt at the record. The vibrations caused by the jackhammer used up all the copier paper. That should be enough for a campaign to cover all of Cuba. Here are the campaign posters. There's no longer anything standing in the way of your political career.
Beautiful, simply beautiful. Who could resist this woman?
No one. Help me now.
Sure, I've given you my word as a politician, haven't I?
Will you help me anyway?
Fine, just this once. But watch out for Ramon. He's the caretaker here, and if he finds you, he'll make mincemeat out of you. So hurry. Perez's cell is all the way at the end on the left.
He looks like he crossed the threshold to madness a long time ago. The door looks different than the other doors. Most likely it is not a cell, but the room for the caretaker, Ramon. I'd better not go in there, otherwise he will get me. The cell is empty? Is this supposed to be a joke? Or do the staff not know where their patients are at any given time? It looks like blood. Looks as if someone tried to break the tiles out of the wall in a certain pattern. But I just can't think what it is supposed to mean. A camera has been mounted up there. Wonder if it works. Small grooves in the wall. Almost looks like scratches. There is something in one of the grooves. Those are fingernails. Isn't there something stuck between the mattress and the frame? There is. A newspaper article. It deals with the new appointment for the post of institution director. Next to the article is a large photograph of that Nicole Charleroi.
Der frühe Vogel fängt den Wurm, das habe ich auch immer schon gesagt. Wenn man Regenwürmer in der Mitte durchhackt, dann kommen da gar nicht zwei raus. Nein, drei. Drei? Weil alle guten Dinge sind drei. Genau. Und die allerschlechten Dinge sind sieben. Sieben Zwerge? 7, 14, 21, 28. 28. Tischrand und Stuhl.
It looks like blood.
Telefon klingelt. Ich habe auch ein Telefon. Da kann auch nichts klingeln. Das ist doof. Bei mir klingelt.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes! Come on in. I promise you we will definitely have a lot of fun together.
Maybe next time. There are noises coming from the cell that tell me I definitely do not want to go in there. He looks like he crossed...
Der frühe Vogel fängt den Wurm, das habe ich auch immer schon gesagt. Wenn man Regenwürmer in der Mitte durchhackt, dann kommen da gar nicht zwei raus. Nein, drei. Drei?
Actually, I don't need any onions. I managed to get...
Und die allerschlechten Dinge sind sieben. Sieben Zwerge?
Max knows
14, 21, 28.
the mattress is full of yellow and red stains.
28.
Sorry, may I disturb you again?
But of course, darling, anytime. I could use a little distraction.
Perez's cell is empty. Where is your patient?
Empty? What do you mean, empty?
I mean empty. No one there, all gone, little going on there. In short, it's empty.
That can't be. The doctor, she'll kill me.
Does that mean you really don't know where Perez is?
No, Ramon?
Yeah?
Where is Perez?
How come?
He's not in his cell, so where is...
He's gone. I've already informed the doctor. She'll take care of it.
Take care of it? Then will she take care of us too?
I don't think so. She sounded really... Don't worry. Nothing's going to happen. I'm going to take care of the patient's beds here first. They need to be changed pretty badly. We'll talk after work, okay?
Yeah, we should do that. Sorry, I didn't know. You hurt for yourself. Oh, Lord, watch over us.
Damn. I've flown thousands of miles just to find out that this Perez has disappeared. But I am not giving up that easily. I mean, he can't have dissolved into thin air. Is the camera in Manuel Perez's cell, is it turned on?
I think so. Charlois mounted it, or more precisely, had it mounted.
Is there anywhere to see what the camera has recorded?
Sure, it would certainly be possible in the control room.
Can I look at it?
No, I can't let anyone in.
Come on, you owe me one.
Sorry, I don't have a key. Only Ramon and the boss have keys.
Then I'll leave you to your hip swing again.